today what we're going to be talking about is the coronavirus affecting real estate locally. And you may think it's not, or you may think, okay, another hype video. First of all, I do believe the coronavirus I'm paying a lot of attention to it because I have family members that could be affected by it based on their health, their age, etc., and their location. But anyways, I know how it's affecting here locally. I have heard one transaction that fell through specifically because the buyer didn't want the uncertainty, but I do not think that represents the real estate community as a whole. But this is where it's really affecting us, and shocking news, it's positive. Interest rates are dropping. The stock market's dropping heavily. I think more as using coronavirus as an excuse, and I'm not saying coronavirus is not a big deal. I'm saying there's I believe a little bit of financial house of cards taking place where they needed to make some of these reductions, and they use this as a convenient reason. And I believe they may be making the right choice, but I also believe there's other factors in play that they're not attaching to these decisions publicly. Okay, then anyways, interest rates are going down, which means home affordability is going up. We're already in an area that is much more affordable than most parts of the country. That's one of the reasons we're seeing so many people from the north come down here for retirement. We're seeing a lot of people choosing South Carolina now over Florida. We're seeing a lot of people from Florida even coming up to South Carolina because they don't want to deal with the hurricanes, items such as that. So anyways, with interest rates down, that leaves a lot of people three main choices. Okay, one, of course, do nothing. If you have an interest rate of probably 4.5% or lower, you may be in this category. Right now, it probably doesn't make sense to act, but at 4.5, I would reach out to someone, and I can give you names if you need them, because you may be surprised at, if you're going to be in that property for a while, every drop in interest rates can really change the affordability. Number two, okay, refinance, yes or no. Second, is now a time to sell? Well, right now we have very tight inventory levels. What that means is all the buyers looking right now, there's not as many houses to choose from, so they're having to make choices. And the reality is they know if they don't make a choice quickly, they're going to miss out on a house. So they're relaxing their standards a bit, paying a little bit more, because there's a lot of people who've lost out on a home they wanted to live in. And buyers who miss out and lose in multiple offer bids, that second offer, they tend to come in strong. So if you get your house on the market, price it right, we're going to get a strong offer. Okay, we just need to be good condition, good price, and of course location really makes a difference. Then people who, let's say you're looking to downsize or retire, this is the perfect opportunity. And you may not think so as much because, well, if interest rates still keep going down, houses tend to appreciate, right? Because as affordability goes up, people can afford more of a house. And then, that supply and demand factor kicks in. When interest rates start going up, it's going to put more pressure on the higher price points. So right now, we still have tight inventory levels at almost all price ranges. So now's the time it's going to reduce inconvenience because we can get an offer fast, which means less weeks of trying to pick up after the kids, taking the dog out for a walk. We're going to get the best offers early on. Less inconvenient the quicker we get an offer. Right now we have tight inventory levels, so it's a good time to act. Second part, and this is the part why I like this strategy, even if you're downsizing, well, right now, yes, the inventory levels are tighter, so of course you have to deal with that same difficulty as other buyers in the market. But you're locking in at an interest rate that's going to last until your next life-changing event. Meaning if the kids have moved out and you're downsizing, that could be a long time you're in that house. So maximizing that lower interest rate for that long can really make make a difference. So I like this market a lot for the downsizers. The people looking to move up, maybe now you're having another child, or you've been out of college for a while, your income's really starting to rise. This is a good time where, you know, for that first-time home buyer market, it's really hot, so you're going to be able to get a top-notch offer for your house. Again, we got to work a little bit harder on the move-up portion, but you're also locking in a lower interest rate at a higher price, which you're the one who's going to end up saving the most over the long haul. If it's pretty much inevitable, you're going to be upsizing into another house. Okay, and then, you know, of course, the last scenario, which I don't go into much, is, you know, cash flow properties. Right now, you know, it's tougher to get. The investors used to do a formula of 70% of after repair value minus repairs, and right now it's near impossible to hit that formula, and rightfully so, because we have tight inventory levels, interest rates are low. But it's a scenario where as prices go up, so does rent, you know, so you can lock in at a lower interest rate to help you with your cash flow every single month. So even picking up a rental is not a bad idea. I actually think that strategy is a little bit weaker than the others that I've come across. Someone who knows the, you know, the rental game, they already know all the incentives and know that the deck is stacked for them if they know how to analyze properly and structure things properly. So the cash flow may be a little bit more pressure on it, you know, tightening it up a bit. And South Carolina makes it very tough because with that 6% tax rate. And if you don't understand that, don't worry about that. I'll explain that to you another time. But anyways, most people are going to benefit with the low interest rate environment. Reach out to me, let me know your circumstances, and we can create a game plan. It could be different loans you may want to look into. If your credit's not there, you may be surprised, maybe you do qualify, or if you don't, you know, get you tied in with someone who will get you on the right path. If you don't have the down payment money, reach out to us. We may know programs that will help you out. And of course, if not, we can just, you know, encourage you and let you know what you're going to need to do. So anyways, I hope these options helped. Just the bottom line is interest rates truly are low. That's not hype you're seeing on Facebook. That is a reality. That can make a lot of difference for people from a financial standpoint in the long term. If you're not going to live in a house less than 3 years, don't buy. If you don't own right now, keep that flexibility in life. If you know you're going to be in a house for 5 years plus, probably makes a lot of sense to purchase. If you know you're ready to like make a life change and be in a house for 20 years, you know, now's a chance maybe you go just a little bit higher because of the interest rates afford it. But at the end of the day, you know, you really enjoy your life for the next 20 years and you keep that payment very manageable. I hope this helped. Just reach out if you have any questions for me. We'll go from there. Bye.